Okay, we'll just do that for now.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what?
Good. Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today.
Hi, everybody. It is Thursday. It is...
Oh, crap.
It is... Oh, crap.
It is July 14th.
July 14th. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast, coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That's the name of the Facebook page. That's the name of the YouTube channel. And we are interacting with you guys on the YouTube channel. That is where we're going to read your comments and talk to you and say hi to you. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And hit the thumbs up and copy and share the link on all your social media pages. And tell everybody you know. Get on the phone. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, including this one because we're live right now. The Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, where this weekend you will see TJ Miller on the big stage. TJ Miller, stage and screen star. Performing stand-up this weekend. In the Giggle Room this weekend here at Governor's. Let's see. Oh, tonight. Today's the 14th, you said, right?
July 14th.
Yeah, so tonight you got a couple of things going on here.
What?
You got Mick Thomas with Joe Pontillo and Tom Galati in the
that's
Giggle
cool.
Room. And then, I don't know if it's in the club or if it's outside. I don't know, but they're having a cigar night.
It has to be outside, right?
Well, that's true. I would think it would be.
Because then...
Over there in the patio then?
Yeah, because then, people come in the next night and they'd be like, what the...
Unless they're bringing a crew in to spray and
I don't think they're
shave
going to do that.
And
shave?
yeah, and swarm
Swarm?
and fumigate.
Fumigate? I just thought I'd repeat everything you said for no reason.
That's fine. So that's what's going on tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow you got these General Hospital guys in the Giggle Room, and then Charlie Bequette and friends on Saturday. At the Brokerage in Belmore this weekend, Mark Riccadonna playing it tomorrow night and Saturday. That's going to be great. McGuire's in Bohemia, the Long Island Laugh-Off tonight, and then D.C. Benny Friday and Saturday. Once again,
Yeah, it's a great weekend.
where I wouldn't even know where to tell you to go because it's just fantastic shows
We
all over
just
the place.
told them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Oh, to pick and
if I had
choose.
to pick one, I wouldn't be able to.
Coin toss.
It is definitely a coin toss. Go to govs.com, check out their full schedule, and make yourself a reservation to one of their great comedy shows. And while you're at it, after you're done with govs.com, whether you're on your tablet, you're on your phone, or you're on your
Did you
computer,
do this?
I went like this. I'm playing piano.
You're like angry young man on the Billy Joel song.
Then head over to knockemdeadcomedy.com where you can see our schedule, see what we got going on, get information on how to get tickets to some of our upcoming events,
Yeah.
including
Oh.
That's
Oh,
the
wait.
one.
Hold on. Here, let me do something cool. Well, you know what? I'll just put it over and you can talk. How's that?
James Thompson is calling me. Should I put him on and talk
No.
to him on speaker? No?
No, he doesn't know we have a show.
He definitely knows we have a show.
Ay.
I'm here, but I'm live on the air, so I'll call you back after.
Oh my God! All right, no problem.
Say hi to everybody. You're on speaker.
I'm on speaker. Holy crow! Good morning, Ghost Radio. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful sunshiny day.
I'm going to call you back at 1, and that way the cocaine will start to wear off by then for you.
Yes, I think the cocaine is starting to wear off. The coffee's starting to kick in. Don't forget, everybody, cigars and comedy tonight at Govs. Make sure you're there. If you're not, I'll come and beat you with a dead chicken or something.
Thank you, pal.
You got it.
Goodbye. He's funny.
It was kind of good timing, huh?
Yeah, which I was.
Yeah, here, let
promoting
me get this off because you're going to probably, knowing you're going to talk about it a little bit more than
James Thompson. He's been in here several times. He brings his emotional support goose. He's a great guy, owner of Huntington Humidor in Huntington. Great place. If you need to get a cigar, that's the place to go. James is a great guy.
Nice, good guy.
And yeah, I do believe he's obviously going to be here tonight.
But I told you he didn't know that you were on the air.
Yeah, he forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm guessing he must be involved in this cigar thing too.
Yeah.
So so come down and hang out with him tonight. It's going to be great. So yeah, so Knockem Dead Comedy, Friday, October 28th. You will see us right here at Governor's in the Giggle Room. It is our 80s themed murder mystery event. 80s music, 80s references, 80s outfits. It's going to be a lot of fun. One of our favorite murder mystery shows.
It is. The music's totally fun. Just because, like, with me doing the sound, I always get a kick out of doing that show.
We're going to have a costume contest. You do not have to dress in 80s costumes if you don't want to, although I'm sure a lot of people will.
But if you do, there's a costume contest.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to dress in 80s. You can dress in any costume you want. You
really?
can dress like something from the 50s.
Yeah. Okay.
You can dress up like Abraham Lincoln. But and we're going to have a costume contest. There's going to be a dance contest. And, of course, a murder. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go to govs.com. That's October 28th. But you can see us sooner than that. We're doing our mob-themed murder mystery July 22nd at Peppercorns in Hicksville. So, again, and we got a bunch of dates coming up in the fall. So, again, go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. Check out our full schedule. Find out what we are, what we do, and how it goes. If you're having a corporate event, a fundraiser, a private party, or you're selling tickets to a party at your establishment, we can provide some fun entertainment for you. That's right, Ken Freeberg. It's a 1980s themed show.
We said 1880s.
Oh, 1880s. Ken Pichelle, he has an emotional support goose, but also beats people with dead chickens. Yeah, there's a theme there. Yes, Ken Pichelle, they are comedic murders. Hello, Kirsten. Yeah, so a lot of great stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So there you go. And of course, if you like our studio, you like what we do, you like our shows, well, maybe you.
Crap! I had it up there to begin with. Oh my God.
What?
Well, I had it up, and then I took it down to do the picture. So I was all proud that I had it up without you yelling about it.
But that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, what are you talking about?
About people renting studio time.
Oh, so you want different shots of the room. Let's see. How about like this?
Oh.
I can do that.
Look
Hi,
at this
Ron.
beautiful studio with monitors and microphones and couches and cameras and lights and phones and graphics and zooms and waters and people and a comedy club. You too could have a podcast in here if you like. Whether you like to stream it on our platform or your own, we can make it happen for you. Or you just need to record some kind of audio video, we will make it happen. Just get in touch with us through our Facebook page, which is the same name as the YouTube channel, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Hello, Jerry Lahane, Thumbsy Upsy, or Chubsy Upsy. Andrew Fremder does dressing like a woman in her 80s count. Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It certainly does.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
And I think that's exactly how you should dress that
You
night.
could win the concert contest.
You could win the concert.
You could win a concert.
If you, Andrew Fremder, if you make reservations and you come to the murder mystery that night and dress up like a woman in her 80s, I will guarantee you'll make the top 3.
And he would get a Knockem Did Comedy T-shirt.
Most likely.
We're triple dog daring him.
That's right. So there you go. So lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, so what's going on?
Cool stuff. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you all. Hope everybody's well. Jerry Lahane, could I live on the couch? There may or may not have been comedians that have slept in the green room overnight. If they're
No one
performing 2 nights
slept
in a
that
row.
I know of. No one slept on the couch in our studio.
In this couch. That we
It doesn't
know of.
look like it looks like a nice couch to sit on, but it doesn't look like a laying down couch.
I have never laid down on it, but I have sat on it and have fallen asleep.
You have?
I have.
Yeah. I've actually filmed you. You snore a little.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'll give it to you.
All right.
You're like,
You actually snore more than I do these days.
I know. You used to be a big snorer, and then when you lost weight by getting off your meat diet, you don't snore anymore.
You get off on meat.
I get off on meat. That's why I'm snoring now, because you have your meat in my.
We have a big announcement coming up.
Do I know this big announcement?
A little while. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Because I saw the picture, and you were. I look really booby today. I should go change.
you look great
this
today.
is
What
awful.
are you talking about?
This is bad.
Well, now you're pulling it out and showing cleavage.
I know, but it's like,
It's fine.
seemed like a good idea when I pulled it out of the dresser.
It
'cause
looks
it's a hot
great.
day.
It's not even close. Would you guys tell her, please?
Booby.
It's not even
It's
close
too
to
booby.
slutty. So what? It's booby.
No one's
It's-
going to marry me when I grow up.
So what? It's booby. You have big boobies, but it's classy. It's not slutty. It looks great, and yeah, of course we like to look. But
Oy,
so what? That's a good thing.
oy.
There's
What
no
were we
oy.
talking about?
We have an announcement to make soon.
Oh, yeah, I
And
saw
it's-
I
you
saw
know
the
what
picture.
announcements are. What the announcement is? It's those.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Because
so
I saw the
We're gonna get to that in a little
all
while.
right. I saw the picture this morning, and I was like, we have an announcement. I'm like, I'm such a loser.
Fremder is
get the
currently
mouse to
laying in
work.
bed, healing from a procedure he had a few weeks ago.
Oh,
I will
really?
come and hang out as soon as I can. Oh,
What
Yeah,
procedure?
what happened?
Did
Did we know about this?
I know he's got a lot of neck stuff. Andy, like as much as I tease Andy, like I freaking love Andy. Like when I had my neck surgery, he completely reached out and he was like, "Don't be afraid."
He was very nice of him.
It was, and it just like because I never had a stitch, and all of a sudden, this doctor's telling me, so we're gonna slit your throat and
You said slit.
pull out a bone. I was just like, I said slit and bone.
And Ken Freeberg says they look amazing.
Great. Now I just want to die.
Now Ken Freeberg's going to be like going to his next door neighbors. When's Sallie coming over here?
Yeah, those two are lucky to live next to each other. But anyway,
Oh,
so
your
like,
boobies?
just shut up. So so Fremder like reached out to me when I was like, seriously, I was like, he walked me off the edge because I was so nervous. Like I was trying to come up with any other way not to have surgery. Like what else could I do? Massage, chiropractor, like anything else. And I was really afraid. And he was like, stop it. It'll be. He's like, I have this stuff all the time. Like he had, a couple of things happen to him. Like he had something happen to him where he had to have surgery and then he fell off a ladder and something else happened. And so,
Well, you're not
Anyway.
going to like him anymore. He just said, looks like nice oranges to me.
great. I'll be going home later and burning this shirt. You know what it is?
Nice. So she'll be here topless.
This is like, it sounds kind of goofy, but Cindy was like my height. Well, in fact, that's not true.
She was shorter.
My sister. Yeah, so my sister passed away. She was a half an inch shorter than I was, if you could even believe that. Can you imagine?
That's
like,
it?
I'm 5 feet. Can you imagine me being the tall one in the family? Like, my sister Lori is 4'10".
Doesn't she qualify as midget?
She's legally a midget. Like it was like 10 years ago. I was like, no, it wasn't 10 years ago. It was like while we were in here, and I was trying to find trivia and something like that. And one of the questions that came up was like, what qualifies as a little person or a dwarf or whatever, like
Whatever the
PC word
term
they
is, yeah.
used. And I couldn't wait to like I was like this dialing her phone like just to be like, you're actually a midget. Yeah.
I wonder where it comes from, because was your mother as short as you?
I
Because your father wasn't. I mean, he was what, 5'8"?
5'8".
Yeah, okay.
No, you know what? He says he was 5'8", but I don't think he was.
Well, I'm 5'10", and
My mom's like 5'2".
He seemed like he was 5'7", 5'8" to me. I only met him once, but he seemed like it.
Really? All right. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, to finish the story. So like I was going through like a lot of Cindy's stuff, and a lot of stuff I chucked, a lot of stuff I sent to my other sister. You know, I still have like a table of stuff that I have to find. Like I know what I want to do with some of her stuff. I just haven't, sent it out yet. But a lot of the clothes because we're the same size, I grabbed, and she just wore like sizes like just a little bit bigger than me. So I've been wearing like a lot of her clothes just because but she was definitely sluttier than me.
So this is one of her shirts?
This is her shirt, so yeah.
But there's nothing slutty about it.
Like, don't you think she was like sluttier than me? I do.
No.
Really?
She was wilder than you.
Yeah,
You're
a lot
not wild at
wilder.
all. She was wild, but I don't think she was wild in a sexual way, was she? Unless there's things that I don't know.
Well, not
she
in
liked
like
to party and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
well, we knew her like in her high 60s, so or you did. Yeah.
so you're saying when she was in her prime, she was slutty?
She's just not in like a cheating way or sleeping around all over the place.
Well,
just
that's what slutty is. What do you mean?
Yeah, just like she was in a sexual way,
Yeah,
and she was
orgies
cool.
and swinging?
I don't think so.
She just was.
You
with
have
a
a
lot of guys.
different idea of.
She was just with a lot of guys.
No, I don't think she was at all. I just think she had like a nice sexuality about her. She was like.
Well, but
it doesn't mean you have to do something. It just means like.
But that's what slutty is.
Well, all right, I'll give you that. But I'm saying she was just like sexual, like in the younger years. Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And she was cool. Like she rode a motorcycle, and she was like cool. So I have like all these clothes. So I'm like pulling them out because I'm.
Do you have like leather pants and stuff from when she rode a motorcycle?
She's got some shit. Yeah,
Really?
She's got like some
Like what?
stuff. I don't know.
This is the first I'm hearing of any of this.
But I pulled this shirt out. It was like a nice way of like, oh, I miss Cindy. And then I'm like looking on the monitor. I'm like, oh,
It looks great. Well, they look great.
what the fuck?
Are you going to model some of these clothes for me?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
I'll put on some Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, I love that song.
Wow.
I do love that song.
The PC medical word is what? Achondroplasia.
What is it? Where is it? I can't. Where? Who sang it?
Ken Pichot. Ken Friedberg says, dwarf bowling. Hello, John Russiello down there in Florida. Andy Plajanos, I love that this big announcement is coming.
Yeah, one thing that I just when we were saying PC, like the whole like, I was thinking about that. I heard that I heard the kids, they want to change the words, mom and dad, and they want everyone to say just birth parents. Like
So-
they don't want to use mom and dad anymore. They just want to say birth parents.
So if they're walking through the house, like they can't find their phone, they're going to be like, birth parent.
Yeah, like I don't know what that like. Like
But
I
then how do you
agree
know
with a
which-
lot of the
But
stuff.
then how do you know which one you're yelling to?
That's the one I have two problems with it.
Yeah.
One is that like birth parent. Where's birth parent?
Right.
And then the second thing is, like if you've ever tried to teach a 1 or 2 year old to speak, it's everything to get them to go da 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 ma 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 ma. Like I can't imagine. Can you imagine like this 1 year old going?
Say
Birth parent. I think it would be hilarious. I think there's going to be a lot of videos out there trying to get a 1 year old to say birth parent.
Is that really what's going on now? They like the young generation. They're now saying that they want to get rid of the terms mommy and daddy. Really?
Yeah, they don't want anything that is like he or she. They want they, and they want everything to be gender neutral. Which sometimes I get, like it's because it always kind of like irks me when like someone will say, "Oh yeah, did you see the new black guy at work?" Like there's no reason for it. "Oh, did you see the dentist? She's a woman." Like there's no reason to like add this stuff. Like no one ever says, "Oh, this new guy started working there. He's a white guy." Like no one says that.
Yeah. And
So like I understand how like they kind of got together and they were like, right already. Enough people. We're just people.
Right.
Knock it off. Like, I get that.
I totally get that, but to change mommy and daddy to the point
I don't
where
know how
like, you
they're
can't
gonna.
identify a single person, I do feel it's a bit much. Ken
Yeah.
Piscatella learned about this parent thing by reading Mark White saying he'll never say it. Yeah, Mark White is definitely on a tear
A
between the political stuff and going after his ex-bandmates. We're overdue to have him on, though. We'll have to get in touch with him.
Yeah, whenever they visit, I would love to meet Aaron for like the first time, right?
Yeah, finally, yeah, once and for all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I mean, and you can't say, hey, one or two, because then I don't feel as worthy because I wanted to be number one.
Yeah, like if you have two mommies in the house, you're just like, mommy, mama, whatever.
Jerry Lehane said he'd be even more of a disappointment if he had to call his mother birth parent. Oh, there you go. Ken Freeberg said, yeah, we'll be teaching the babies to say BP, not birth parent. Say BP, BP.
Beep, 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 beep.
We'll have to come up with new names. All right, so they don't want mommy and daddy, but you still need to
I love
decipher
mommy,
which one
daddy.
you're talking to. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, like mama and mommy. Like, do you do
Mommy?
it? Mommy.
I love that Sammy still calls you daddy. It's cute. Daddy?
She does. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something like ridiculous that I can call my mother from now on.
Oh, yeah.
Champ. What's up, Champ?
Well, you could call her birth mother. You be the first one. Hello, birth mother.
Oh, birth mother. Yeah, I'm going to change that on my phone. It won't say mom anymore. It'll say birth
mother.
Well, no, birth parent.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I even thinking?
But that's what I'm saying.
Birth parent.
But we got to come up with something that can still decipher which parent you're talking to. Womb carrier, sperm donor.
Yeah, what
So
do they
that-
call the dad? They're both birth parents. But
Right,
they're-
that's what I'm saying. You got to. So we got to decipher which one you're talking to. Like
Yeah.
if I had a question about dogs, I'd be looking for you. If somebody had a question about the Beatles, they're going to be looking for me. So
yeah.
So all right, so that's it. Womb carrier, sperm donor. So WC and SC.
You're
No,
SC?
SD.
You're SD.
Sperm donor, womb carrier, or baby carrier. BC, SD.
Okay. All right.
SD. Yes, Kevin. I heard something today about the Beatles. Well, hang on. I'm talking to BC right now. Give me a minute.
Even Sam just, like, he'll be downstairs and he'll want to call me, and all I'll hear is, meh.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah,
How does he do it?
Ma'am. 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 What the hell are you doing?
Well, no.
And you know
he
what?
only does it when he's trying to call me from far away.
And I can't tell you how many times he's in the living room. The living room is, the front of the house. The front door is in the living room. I can't tell you how many times he's in the living room and you leave to go somewhere. 10 minutes later, he's yelling up, "So, Mom, before I wanted
Really?
to tell you
I
about..."
didn't know this.
And I used to say, "She's not here, Sam."
Yeah.
Now I just let it go. And I just sit there and I wait for him to notice.
How long he'll go.
Yeah. Because even yesterday he did it. You went out yesterday, I think, to drop those dogs off. And
Yeah.
all of a
I had
sudden
a
I hear
big
him
dog day
coming
yesterday.
up a few steps. "So, Mom." And then, like, I was in the bedroom, so I can't see him. But I hear the footsteps stop. And there's like a little pause. And I could totally picture him just going. and then I hear the steps of him walking back down the stairs.
Yeah. Poor Sam. I actually had a lot of things to do with Kevin recently. Like, I brought Kevin to the dentist this morning. He had like one little cavity in the front. We love our dentist. He's just fantastic. And so he just had a little cavity. So they talked him into not doing the needles because Kevin freaking hates needles. Like, really. I've never seen anyone. Like, when I've taken him to the doctor, I actually asked them to give him whatever shots first before they do his blood pressure, because he looks like he's having a heart attack when they take the blood pressure first because he knows he's getting a shot. It's crazy.
Toughen up.
I know. So they talked him into, like, not doing the shots for the little cavity. So at one point, he said they're drilling for like a minute. And then all of a sudden he realizes, like, this isn't going well. So he puts his hand up and he's like, I really think you're going to have to, like, numb me. So then the guy goes, well, I'm finished, but I could still numb you if you want. So he's that good of a dentist. So, like, Kevin was done this morning. But I had this, like, should I talk about, like, the weird-ass dream I had?
If you want.
Like, I had this awful, awful dream, and it was weird. Like, I had a dream that, like, Kevin died. And that's awful. Do you ever have that with any of your kids or anyone close to you?
I've never really told many people this. In fact, I think I've only told 2 people this my whole life. I'm not even sure if I've ever told you. When I was married to the first time, we got pregnant, but we ended up losing the baby. I had the same dream many times about her losing the baby while giving birth, and then she would die too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I the same exact dream. I had it several times. I don't even know if I told her. I told 2 friends that I remember, and I don't think I've ever told anybody else.
Wow. Huh.
So there you go.
Yeah, something. I dreamed that Kevin
But no, I've never had a dream about my
Kevin
kids
got-
I have here. I've never had dreams of them dying.
got hit by a car, which is totally unlike Kevin. Like, Kevin's a very cautious child. He always has been. Like, Sam would be the one to, like, get hit by a car.
Yeah,
you
Sam's
know?
one that just like
Aimlessly
kinda spacing
walks
just
around.
walks in,
Yeah.
and then wanders onto a main road.
Kevin, who's 4 years younger, has, like, saved Sam 1,000 times by getting hit by a car. So I had this dream, like, Kevin got hit by a car and died. And they called me, and my ex was there too, like his dad. And I was like, what happened? And no one would tell me what happened. And then, like these glass butter containers that, like, the butter sticks, like, there, like, just the bottom, sounds weird, this bottom butter thing. And there was, like, this, like, kind of, like, melted butter in it. And they're like, there he is. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, where's his
So
body?
Kevin died, and they turned him
Is
into
he
butter.
cremated? Like, what?
And
Like,
you guys were you guys were like spreading toast? and
no, we were just at this place, and they're like, no, that's him. And then my ex was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, what do you mean, okay? Like, what happened? And no one would tell me what happened. And I remember, like, Kevin just being completely pissed that that's how he went. Like, he couldn't believe it. Like, he was mad.
You're a freak, first off.
Yeah.
Secondly, what I'm taking from this is that you're having dreams about your ex-husband.
Yeah, that's what you got from that.
That's what I got from this.
That's so funny.
You're leaving out the part where you then spread the butter all over each other and licked it
Oh
off.
my God. Just don't even put that thought in my head. But I can't shake the dream. Like, it happened, like, what, 2 days ago? Or was it just last night?
No, it was 2 nights ago.
Yeah, like, Kevin's leaving to go pick up his girlfriend, and normal, I'm like, oh, drive safe, which I don't even have to say to him. He's such a careful person. But I'm like, don't be a butter stick. So, like, that's, like, the joke now. Like, every time he leaves now, I'm like, don't be a butter
So, all right,
stick.
so to make this all full circle, so now when he grows up and has kids, they'll just call him Butterstick.
Yeah,
I'm calling him Butterstick from now on.
you can. It's okay.
BS.
Yeah.
It's up there. You're full of BS. Bullshit? No, Butterstick.
You butter stick. But it's such a weird feeling. Like, I can't shake it. And it's not like I'm worried. I'm like, oh, I had this dream that was so real it's going to happen. Like, I'm not thinking about that. It was just kind of shook me a little bit,
Yeah. Aren't there people out there that, like, will tell you what your dreams are about? Like, they analyze your dreams?
I guess. I mean, I'm just taking it that, like, all I've been dealing with the last couple of months is, like, death and stuff. So, and it's not even just my, like, sister. Like, my other sister is driving to visit in August with my dad's ashes. So, like, the whole, like, it seems like the whole, like, last couple of months have just been death, death,
yeah,
death,
you
death,
had
death.
you had you had Cindy died. You had your father's wife. She just died earlier this year.
Yeah.
You had one of her kids just died within the past year.
Yeah. I guess that's what it's like, though, as you get older. Like, people are just, people that are your age, people a little bit older. We're not young kids that no one dies anymore, but our grandparents.
Yeah, but I still think we're still too young to where that becomes a regular thing. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Like I saw this Facebook post from like this friend in his, I think he's in his like mid-20s, and Joey Coler's nephew.
No, Mike.
Yeah, and he was very, very close to his one grandmother who passed last year. I mean, it was just devastating to him.
Yeah.
And then like this just recently, his other, I mean, of course he loves her, other grandparent, and he was like, at this point, I don't have any grandparents, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but like most of us don't have parents.
We haven't had our we're
losing siblings, we've lost children. I don't want to like make light of it because it's like
he's what, in his mid to late 20s.
Yeah, I love that kid,
Mike Scuderi. Yeah, I miss him. He was a lot of fun around
he
here.
was such a solid kid.
I had one parent and all four grandparents already gone by the time I was his age. So shut up about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
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 Mike, get him back in there so we can smack him in the face.
I love that kid.
Do people like Susan the Spicy Psychic? Would you be able to tell her this dream about Butterstick? And she'd be able to
she'd analyze it?
What it means, the butter represents...
I don't think that's her gig.
How well your love oozes and melts. Your heart melts for your son.
Wouldn't it be funny if she goes, I think it's about the fact that your family's really tired of you not putting the butter in the refrigerator.
Well, maybe
it's just too melted.
Well, because our kids are growing up now, we have, we have only one left in high school, and he's going into his senior year. Maybe that's what it means. Like, he's now, like, off. He's going on his own.
Yeah.
Not dying, but...
Yeah.
But he's still going to take off after graduation, and we'll never see him again. Because he hates us all.
Nope.
For calling him Butterstick.
Our little Butterstick.
Beansy says, butter this, he says. And then he says, sucks getting old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fremder, Butterstick used to be my stage name. Plajanos, I got to know two of my great-grandmothers. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great. No, I wasn't even...
great-grandparents.
But we're like the youngest in our family. Like my sister Cindy, who's 14 years older than I am, she knew the great-grandparents.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not the youngest in my family. I was... Well, no, yeah.
What?
I have cousins younger than me.
I meant you and your brother.
Oh, my immediate family.
Yeah. I'm like, do you have more children?
No, I'm talking about cousins that would meet the same grandparents.
Oh, sure.
Great-grandparents, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Beansy is saying hi to Ken. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to see Ken Bichelle back on a semi-regular basis. We've missed him, too.
Yep.
All right. It's 11:30. I have a complaint, and it's not against you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Matt Nappo. Matt Nappo, first of all, he doesn't look like...
The coffee guy.
Yeah, Coffee with the Dog, which is on every weekday morning here on Govs.
What do you have to complain about Matt about?
Well, first off, this isn't a complaint. It's just an observation. Well, no, I do have a complaint about him.
Oh.
But I'm getting into an observation about him first.
Okay.
He doesn't look like a Matt to me.
He doesn't. Did I say that to you?
Yeah, you did. He looks like a Bruce to me. Or a Neil.
Neil? Like a Greg.
A Greg?
Yeah. I could see him pull off Greg.
Yeah, I have a complaint about him.
Tommy.
Me and him... Tommy? Well, not a Tommy. Tom. Don't call me Tommy. You can call me Tom. That's what he would say. Oh. That was my Matt Nappo impression.
It's not a bad impression.
Oh, thanks. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think me and him are going to fight.
Why?
Because he's been picking on my Mets. A lot.
Why?
A lot.
Why?
Let's see. Mets suck. I know that's short. I'm busy. Okay. The Mets just announced they are playing the game under protest because Atlanta has all adult men on their team.
Who does he? Is he a Yankee guy?
He's actually a Met fan, but he just doesn't like baseball anymore.
Ah, well.
He's a grouchy old man.
Yeah, that's grouchy.
Let's see. I mean, he posts all the time, and of course, now that I'm looking, I can't find them.
Oh, well, maybe he knew that you're upset with him and he stopped it.
No. Oh. The Mets in Atlanta for 4 games has them in second place for the All-Star break. Maybe it's time for Steven Tyler to give all you fans a little going down.
Oh.
On the bright side, they have lots of excuses ready for you to repeat all winter long.
Wow.
And it just goes on
Snap.
and on. And then, no Metro named All-Star starters. There's no joke today, just a sad truth. All right, but then I started snapping at him.
Oh. So he should be mad at you. You went at him.
So yesterday, if you're one of those fools who are saying I didn't curse the Mets today, just know I posted a late night curse too late to clean up the horrible mess made by Tony Walker.
Wow.
Let's all be careful not to post anything positive, especially before a game is over. Let me just point out that as I read this, I fixed the errors. If you're not one of those fool who are saying I didn't curse the Mets today, if you are not one of those fool, and then at the end of the post he writes thank you, but there's no K, so it's then you. Wait a minute.
Now you're just picking on him.
Let's all be careful not to post anything positive, comma, especially before a game is over, comma, then you. But so
what is he saying?
Is he saying then you? Because the T is capitalized.
What's he saying? You said something positive about them, and then that's how they lost because you jinxed them. Is that what this is about?
He posted something about the Mets, and so I commented. He said something about something about power. He had the power to make them lose or something. I forget exactly what he said. So I said, well, I used all my power. And he posted it while the Mets were still playing, like during the game. So I posted, well, I used my powers to get them to win because they won, so you shut up. I didn't write it like that. But
Yeah.
So if you're one of those fools who are saying I didn't curse the Mets today, just know I posted a late night curse too late to clean up the horrible mess made by Tony Walker. I wouldn't call that a mess since they won, you Matt Napo.
You're
going to get a
Greg.
You're going to get a Matt Slappo.
Greg Napo.
Greg, Bruce, Neil, Tom Napo.
I think he looks like a Greg. Don't you think?
No, I'm keeping it Bruce. I'm Bruce Napo. This is coffee with the dog.
You actually do him well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But so
Stop burping.
yeah, so I think me and Matt Napo might have to have a fight, or yeah, we're gonna have to do something. So we're gonna have to do something to rectify this, and then maybe we'll have a bet.
Who can do a non-whammy the best? Because you did. I mean, he has concerns. I understand the concern of you whammying.
The winner of the bet. If I win, then his co-host Ciara has to co-host with us for a week. If he wins, you have to co-host with them for a week.
You can't just trade us off.
I didn't trade you off. I'm saying with us. Like combined. Ciara would come in here with us, or you would go there with them.
We're not like...
I'm totally like volunteering you guys.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was waiting for you to
What's
catch
her
it.
name?
Is it... I forget if it's Ciara or...
Ciara?
Yeah, Ciara.
That's a pretty
I
name.
think that's how it's pronounced.
I like her.
Oh, she's great.
She's really great.
She really like...
Are they a couple?
No.
Oh.
No, they're in a band together.
Oh.
And I think they just kind of have a nice...
They're comfortable with each other? Because they have
nice rapport.
They have that comfort with each
so
other.
he had her just join him on his show. All right, let's go back and read some comments. Good morning there, DJ D Love. Beansy, so Beansy and Ken are asking each other how they're doing. Beansy says, yes, doing great, especially waking up to Sallie and T-Bone. Well, that's very nice.
That's nice.
From their adult men on their team as opposed to midgets. That's the theme today. When Sallie says the phones are open, they will be open. Oh, because DJ's asking if the phones are open. We'll be... Oh, whoa.
What?
Joe Beansy says he will be in New York on the 19th, just in time for Tuesday trivia.
July 19th?
Yeah,
that's a few days from now.
That's this coming Tuesday.
So you're going to come in Tuesday.
Are you coming in here with us? I'll believe it when I see it. And if you are coming in, I'll be expecting that steak I was promised the last time you were supposedly coming in.
You don't eat steak anymore.
I do that day.
Oh.
I mean, what's the difference? You know, it's his
Your
wife or his
life.
mother made it anyway.
Your impending death.
He's just upset that he spilled his coffee all over the dog out. Oh, Mr. Poppin' Twist is watching. Okay, catching up.
Derek.
If I were a Lincoln costume, I could be the version from Bill and Ted's qualifying for 80 status. Maybe we can call the parents X and Y for the chromosome. But that's still gender separation, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're not supposed to think about gender anymore. We're just people.
Now,
What?
Mr. Poppin' Twist, probably like even worse, or I shouldn't say even worse, but even more than Ken Pichelle, does not like to curse, does not go for the dirty sexual humor. He says your shirt is classy.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Derek, did we ever figure out a day you're coming in? Derek and I were talking last week because he's
that'd
off
be
for the
cool.
summer.
Oh,
we're trying to
nice. I
figure out a
forgot
day that he
about
was
that.
coming in. Beansy says it's like wife swap. No, we're not swapping.
Yeah, you're like swapping
We're not
us.
swapping. Either you'd be joining the two of them or she'd be joining
So
the
we're
two of us.
like threesome swapping.
Oh, all right. Now you're talking. I didn't say that, but you said it. Wow. What happened to you? Beansy, I vote DJ D-Love off the air. No calls for him. Oh, my goodness. Ken Pichelle saying hi to Derek. Jonah Gold is saying good morning, Jonah. Yeah, he's passing by next Tuesday. All right. Well, then
right, well,
stop
come
in
in.
and bring that steak.
Yeah, we start around 11, so come in like a few minutes before 11. Because he is right around here, right? Isn't there
His
some
sister
family?
lives like walking distance from here.
Yeah.
He says a lot of things,
He won't walk
but I don't
it.
see proof of any of it.
He'll have to get his sister to carry him. I wonder if they carry him in Florida. Like they just...
I can picture his mother-in-law like...
His mom and mother-in-law, yeah,
I
like a little
gotcha.
piggyback ride.
And as she's doing the piggyback, he's eating like, a burger.
Well, then the mother is feeding him grapes
Yeah, right.
as they're like
she's carrying him,
walking
she's just...
through. Yeah,
She's got a little pouch right here.
yeah, right. A little fanny pack to feed him as she carries
How
him
many times
around
do you think he bites
Florida.
her fingers as she's feeding him?
It's so
It's always what I least expected is when you really crack up. Because I didn't think that was that funny. Mr. Papa Twist, not yet. My last 2 weeks were crazy. I'll touch base with you for something next week. I have more openings on my schedule then. Okay, cool. Oh,
Cool,
Beansy
man.
says he's actually in New York already.
Oh wow.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, but then it's going to be something. There's
Right,
always
so
an excuse.
So I had to leave a day earlier
because the
the casino couldn't make it without me standing in the corner as security man. So I had to rush
just gave
back
him
to
a new
Florida.
job.
What's that?
we just gave him a job.
No, that's what he does down there. He
Oh,
does
does
security
he?
in a
Oh,
casino.
I didn't know that he did that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Does he sing?
The singing security guard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
that
you the
sounds like a cool
singing
thing.
security guard? That'd be funny.
They have that up here. I don't know if this is everywhere, but here in New York, it's some
Uncle
supermarkets.
Giuseppe's.
Yeah. Is it just Giuseppe's?
I just know it's
think-
Uncle
I think
Giuseppe's.
King Cullen's doing it too.
I
they
haven't
actually
seen
have
it
a guy.
anywhere
They
else.
play the music on the speakers, and they have a guy walking around with a microphone
Singing Frank Sinatra.
singing. And he sings to you as you're
Yeah,
shopping.
he just walks around. So I have this friend from Massachusetts, and she loves that stuff. Just shut up.
Elvis Presley and the Beatles and Jesus. It's better.
She just loves this stuff. So she was visiting. I didn't even need anything at the store. So I just bring her into Uncle Giuseppe's and I don't say anything. And she's like, "Oh my God." And she's like, and I'm like, "Oh, they don't have stuff like that up there?"
Who was that?
Cammy.
I don't remember you doing it.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. But that sounds like a thing. Joe, I think that's something
Yeah.
you should do.
Just
The
start
singing
belting it
security
out.
guard.
Just start singing.
I mean, nobody would really listen because it's a casino.
Oh, maybe they'll start
Maybe you
putting
should
you
do
on stage.
Yeah. No, do they have a stage there, Joe?
Or maybe they'll yell at him and fire him. So maybe don't listen to us, because
He says, "I promise I'm not canceling on you guys Tuesday."
yeah.
Yeah, you're going to cancel on us on Monday. Beansy, sorry, Pop and Twist. Wait, Beansy sounds like Lorne Michaels, according to Tony. That was a little Lorne Michael-ish.
Yeah.
Fremdar, I love the casino. As a matter of fact, the last time I won 3 prunes in a row, I was ready for the crap table.
Stop it. Just stop. Stop.
Actually, kind of like that. All right. Is it time for our announcement?
Sure.
Beansy says, I actually was going to pop in today, but I have meetings to attend, family meetings.
No
but seriously,
popping
I
in.
will
You got to
see
tell
on
us
Tuesday.
ahead of time.
Sally does not like
I hate surprises.
surprises. I'm cool with surprises. Sally's not. All right. Here we go. 11:45. Time for our big announcement, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not from around here, I mean, most of you are from around here. Almost all of you are from around here. But if you are, if you're familiar with Jones Beach, they have a band show. Jones Beach, I would say, is a very popular beach. Like, it's known outside of this state. Like, it's a popular area. But they have a boardwalk and they have a band show and they have free concerts there. And it's usually like tribute bands or just local bands. And they've been starting. It's every Friday, every summer, and they're free concerts. You can bring a cooler and they have some chairs, or you can bring your own chairs and you just sit and watch these great bands.
Well, it's bleacher.
Well, they have bleachers, but
Yeah.
then on the floor
You could bring your own
chairs,
lawn furniture,
Isn't
too,
that what
yeah.
I said?
Well, you didn't say anything about the bleachers.
Oh, okay. I said
Like, you
they
don't
had
have to
chairs.
bring a chair. You could just, like, come with whatever you want to, like, drink. You can drink whatever you want. Bring, like, wine and beer and whatever
Right.
you want.
Yeah, and it's great. It's a great time, and it's a nice atmosphere. It's right there on the water. They were closed for 2 years because of COVID. They are back. They've been running some shows a little bit. They haven't really been advertising it much, but they are running some shows. But we have some friends, Guy Bronya, who I believe was in here once, and Rick Eberly, who has definitely been in here once. Great guys. They do a lot of music on the island. They play in their own bands. They promote and manage a lot of other bands. And Guy also owns All Music in Plainview. They
Yeah.
sell, instruments and stuff.
Yeah, so Kevin bought his used violin from him, and it's just a beautiful... It makes Kevin sound good.
Guy is actually an old friend. Him and my brother go way back. He's from Hicksville. And
He graduated with me.
Yeah. And he played, I would say, he was in a few heavy metal bands. Scatterbrain was one of them, because I love Scatterbrain. I thought they were awesome. But I don't think it was Scatterbrain. There was another band where they came kind of close to making it. They toured all over the world opening for bigger bands. So they were doing very well for a long time. So great guys. So they put together. They've been producing a lot of shows at the Jones Beach Boardwalk, the band show. This year, because this is the first year it's back open, they're kind of doing it. They're being a little hesitant. The beach, the town, the county that runs the beach, they're being a little hesitant. So they're not advertising a lot of shows. They're trying to keep the numbers down a little bit, and they're not having Guy and Rick run all the shows. Hopefully next year things will be completely back to normal, because Guy and Rick do a fantastic job over there running the shows. They handle the sound, and the sound is running sound by a beach is not easy. Between the wind, the water, the open area. But
I never thought about that. They do
yeah.
such a good job. I haven't even thought about that.
These guys just,
Yeah.
they're, again, great guys. They do a super job. So they're doing, there's 3 shows that they're trying to really heavily push. As you see on the screen next to me here, August 12th, there's a Rolling Stones tribute band playing. They're called Street Fighter. August 13th, there's a Beatles tribute band called Beyond Fab that they're playing. And then August 19th is a Grateful Dead tribute called Half Step.
Oh, yeah.
So, the reason that we're promoting these, well, other than wanting to help our friends out, but the main reason, our big announcement, is that Gov's Comedy Club Podcast will be hosting these events. We'll be there with a tent, with our own banner and a table where we'll be giving away, we'll be handing out brochures about ourselves. We'll be giving out some free passes to some shows here at the club. We will be, whether it's Sallie and I or Don or any of the hosts, will be on stage introducing all the acts on these three nights. And governors will be supplying comedians. So all these concerts start at 8 o'clock. But get there by 7:30, because governors is going to be throwing comedians on the stage from 7:30 to 8 before the concerts start. So you will at least see Sallie and I at these shows hopefully some of the other, hopefully at these shows you'll see some other Govs podcast personalities. You'll see some great comedians, and Half Step is the band that our very own Tom Sanfilippo is
The singer.
the leader of.
Yeah.
He's the leader. He's the lead singer. He's the lead guitar player. He's the Jerry Garcia of this Grateful Dead tribute band. And you've seen Tom Sanfilippo in here. He plays. He is
so
such a talented
good.
guy. What a great guitar
He
player.
really is, and like, because I don't know anything about playing guitar, but I do know that when someone brings him up, like they're talking about guitar players, and then all of a sudden you mention his name, and people are just like, "Oh, yeah, Tom, he's amazing."
Yeah. So, Beansy says, nice job. T-Bone, thank you. Ken Pichelle says, cool. Yeah, so please, we ask you guys, if you're in the area, come on down, support what we're trying to do, because we're trying to turn this into a regular thing, and, we'd like to work in conjunction with Guy and Rick with, they're called GNR events. So maybe next year we'll be hosting all the events with them. We would.
Yeah,
man,
that'd
that would
be fun.
Fantastic. Or
And mixing up comedians and music is just it's a perfect world.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And if Governors is throwing the comedians up, it's going to be, somebody you want to see. So we're very excited about this. We haven't even told all the hosts yet, which it was hitting me as I'm making the announcements. Oh shit, I should have told all the hosts first. Some of them know. So, very excited. So that's August 12th, 13th, and 19th. So that's a Friday, a Saturday, and the following Friday. And great bands. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Rolling Stones night or a Beatles night.
Nope.
Grateful Dead, I understand, is an acquired taste, but I personally love their music.
Tom's great.
Yeah, Tom's great.
I didn't even realize that I liked the Grateful Dead until I just listened to Tom play all the time.
I'm not a big fan of the live thing, that the Grateful Dead used to do. All the Deadheads, or even the Grateful Dead would play a song that that would last a half hour.
But if you're sitting there with a cooler with your friends and you're just like taking mushrooms in, then it's like a fun night.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know if Half Step does hour-long marathons with their songs, but I'm sure each song is probably not like that. But they did have great music, and Half Step does them perfectly. So it's gonna be a great time, and we're very excited about it. And again, you can come on down, maybe get some free passes to the club. And then maybe, again, if you're looking to do a podcast or something, or you want to be a guest, you'll get some information about the studio and learn a lot about us. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Very excited about it. So, so there you go. So you'll see us at the Jones Beach Boardwalk, the band shell on the boardwalk at Jones Beach, August 12th, 13th, and 19th.
What do they call the main Jones Beach?
That's the Jones Beach Theater. What is it? NYC? No, Tommy Hilfiger Theater?
Is it Jones Beach Theater? And then the
Amphitheater.
Jones Beach Bandshell Boardwalk.
Yeah, it's the bandshell on the boardwalk.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it is fun. It's one of my favorite things to do during the summer.
Yeah, because you're right down by the water, so you get a nice breeze.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then there's concessions.
Parking isn't bad.
Yeah, and there's concession stands. You can get some ice cream or a hot dog or something.
It's not really buggy because of the wind
Right.
and the ocean.
And it's great for the family because you walk down the boardwalk a little bit, and they have swing sets and a playground for the kids. They have miniature golf. They have the other thing. What's the
Shuffleboard?
Shuffleboard. Thank you. Yeah, they have that down there, and you can still hear the band while you're doing all these things. So and of course the beach. You can when it gets dark, bring your blanket down there and get naked.
No.
Oh, absolutely. We should do that.
You've never had sex on the beach. There's no way. It's like too sandy and.
Actually, no, you're right. I never have. So
it's like it's more like cracked. It's probably something that sounds better than it is.
Because for a minute there, it sounded like you were talking from experience. It's too sandy.
Because it just sounds like it's too sandy.
Get sand in your butt.
Yeah, you get sand in your butt. Yeah, there's a lot of nooks and crannies down there. Like, I wouldn't want sand. No.
I wish I was there for one of those dates, says Beansy. Sorry, pal. We wish you were here, too. He said he'd especially like to see the Stones. Street Fighter, isn't that the one that Bonnie is friends with?
I don't
think it
know.
is.
I don't know.
I think it is. And yeah, so and that's cool how it works out with Tom Sanfilippo that
Yeah.
the station
I'm excited
will be
about
hosting
it.
and one of our own will be playing. We're like proud aunts and uncles.
Kind of.
Or actually, yeah, so now what would you call
He's
them?
my age.
Yes. Well, true, but I'm just comparing it to that.
Oh.
But what would you call an aunt and uncle?
I don't know. Let's think about it. There's got to be a name already. Birth parents.
Birth parent sibling.
Birth.
BPS.
Both
It
parents.
sounds like
Sibling. Yeah, you'd have
birth
to just
parent
do that.
sibling.
Birth parent sibling. Can
BPS
I have $5
BPS
for ice
Sallie.
cream?
BPS Tony.
And you can't say niece and nephew, so you just have to say
My brother's
siblings, offspring.
kid. Sibling offspring. SO. So buttons.
So weird. See, now you can't say so anymore because now it's sibling offspring.
Great album.
Sibling offspring. Oh, so who did so? Don't tell me. I know. Don't be mad at me.
What?
It's something
No, I'm
good.
going to be mad at you.
All
How
right.
do you not know this?
I do know it.
It's a great album.
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
See, I got it.
Lucky for you.
I got it. I know. Lucky for me.
Ken Pichella says, yes, Bonnie is friends with Street Fighter.
You know
So
what I was,
maybe you'll see Bonnie there too.
You know what I was just reading? Netflix has had a hard year because Netflix raised prices, and everyone was like, "Screw this! I'm just gonna watch like YouTube and Amazon and whatever." But I have a bigger problem with Amazon because every time you want to watch anything on Amazon, they charge you like $4 for the movie you really want to see.
Right.
So Netflix, I never really had a hard time with because at least everything on there is free. Everything you see on there you could watch. So I actually like them. But I think I'm the only one because when they raised their prices, the first quarter, 200,000 people canceled.
That sounds like a lot to me. Is that
Second
a lot
quarter,
by their standards?
2 million canceled.
2 million?
Yeah. So I know that's like a lot. But, people were making a statement that, like, how much do you want? Because it gets too much. Like, people have Hulu, people have Netflix, and, all these things. Like, how many networks are you going to pay for, just to watch a show? So I understand people's aggravations with it, but so Netflix is trying to wean people back, and they were saying like and I wondered who would do this by the end of the year. They'll have different packages where if you allow a couple of commercials, if you want the package where every time you watch a show you have to watch a couple of commercials,
Yeah.
it'll be, they don't know what the price will be yet, but they'll lower your price a lot.
Oh, really?
Like, I wondered, and some people are like, no, like Sam. Like, when he's got this thing on his YouTube that he's figured out how not to pay for so that he doesn't get ads. Like, getting an ad for Sam is like the worst thing that happens to him during the day. But for me, like, I just kind of like look at a commercial as, speaking of Sam, I just kind of like look at a commercial as, the time to go reheat my tea or something, like
pee-pee.
to go pee-pee. It's pee-pee time. Like, would you be one of those people that would sign up for that? Or you're like, no, I like the price that I have now. Like, right now the price is like, just to round things off, it's like $10 if only one TV in the house. You could only play it on one TV in the house.
That's the part that pisses me off.
Or you could pay $16 if you want 2 TVs in the house playing Netflix at the same time. Or you can have... I think it's like 20 something for like, unlimited TVs in the house.
How much?
Like $20 or something.
I mean, that's not terrible, but
Yeah. But I don't think it's that bad at all, but I guess because you're paying Amazon Prime, you're paying Hulu, you're paying, it just kind of adds up, and people got sick of it, so they just canceled it cuz they just happened to be the one company that raised it at the time, But I don't know, like, would you be one of those people that would like pay less and have a couple of commercials, or you're like, nah, I'll just keep?
yeah, I think I would.
I wouldn't care.
Especially with you guys, because since you guys are horrible to watch movies with.
Yeah, I think I've worn you down because you and Zach used to be.
Oh, it still makes me nuts.
Yeah, like if you and Zach are watching a movie and someone has to say something, or I don't know, a phone call comes in or something, and if I say to either one of you, "Oh, can you pause it for a minute?" You're both like, "What? Pause?" Like, you both have this look on your face, like, now we have to start from the beginning.
Well, because we know it's the first of 20.
Yeah, that's probably true. So
Because then you have Sam come in, and he comes to the room, and he raises his hand.
his hand.
Then you pause it, and it's just like, so I couldn't figure out if I should, like, wear my white sneakers or, like, the white sneakers with the black squares. Like, I'm not really sure which one I should, like, wear.
He would do that. Yeah. But so I would absolutely go for the commercials and the lower price. Because I'm a cheap wad and I don't care.
Cheap wad.
Like, I can watch a show and pause it and then come back to it next week. It would not faze me a bit. Like, I kind of look at it like I'm savoring it a little bit if it's a show I like. But I would think you and Zach would be like, no way do I want a commercial in the middle of our movie.
If it's like YouTube where that thing comes up, skip.
No, you can't. You got to go through it.
Well, then.
You gotta watch like a minute commercial.
If it's 1 minute, I don't care about that. I'll go
What's your
pee
limit?
quick, or I'll go get a water. If it's more than a minute, yeah, I would not be happy.
How long are commercials? 2 minutes? 3 minutes?
No, commercials.
2?
No, like 30 seconds.
Oh,
30
all
seconds
right.
to a minute.
It feels like 3
But
minutes.
sometimes YouTube will play like 3 or 4 commercials. Or, I mean, it was like that when we were kids. We used to watch TV, right? You had commercials. You know, even TV shows are only 22 minutes. They're not a half hour.
If
So
they
it wouldn't be the end of the world.
yeah, it's actually, yeah.
And what I like about YouTube also, YouTube won't, you know what I mean?
No.
YouTube won't cut it off to play a commercial in the middle of a sentence.
Oh.
Like, I'll sit here and I'll say to you, Derek said your shirt is classy. Commercial.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like they do it. So at least they do it right.
They're
going to
actually work with Microsoft. I guess they do. They're really into commercials. They've been doing a lot of commercials. Maybe they do the commercials for YouTube. Who knows? But they think it's going to be fine. And if they do them like together, like the 2 or 3 commercials together, and then everyone gets to go pay, I think it's a great thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me. I actually saw an article that there's still one Blockbuster left in the country.
No.
I think it's Texas, I think they said. Yeah. There's still one Blockbuster left in the whole country.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. That's one thing about me. I hate commercials, especially when I'm eating and the Raid commercial comes on, says Beansy.
Oh,
Why,
yeah.
does he have a thing with insects?
I don't know. But nothing would faze me, so.
I'll have to get a fake spider in here on Tuesday.
Oh.
Although I shouldn't waste my energy because there's no way he's coming in. I don't believe it.
You're just thinking about steak right now.
I am hopeful because I'd like to meet him. And, yeah, I want a steak.
But he's not going to make you a steak you like.
Why not? What do you mean? What?
Well, he's a chef.
Yeah.
He's not going to make you a steak you like.
What does that mean? Why are you ruining my steak?
Because he's not going to do it. He's not going to make you a plain steak. He can't do it.
Let me tell you something.
He'll
The
sneak
chef
it
works
in.
for us. I ordered it plain. He'll make it plain. He's
No, let me tell you. Like, there's been times. Like, remember the one time that I got you a steak at what's the Australian place?
Outback.
Yeah. So I went to Outback. I ordered you a steak, and here's the expression on the face. This is what I was dealing with. I go, hey, I need a steak, but it has to be plain. It has to be like completely plain, like no seasoning. Can you do that, or do the steaks come seasoned? Because chefs don't listen to you. They think they know what you would like. Hear me out. So I said to the waiter, I said it has to be like completely plain, like no seasoning, no anything. He goes, oh, okay. And then I go, because it's from my 8-year-old son. And he goes, oh. And then he writes down. He wasn't going to take
I'm
off
all
the
right with that.
seasoning for you. He wasn't. I had to actually say it was for a child and lie to get you a non-seasoned steak.
Well, and that's why I hate them, and that's why I go to real steak places like Major's. Because
Yeah.
they make the steak the way I like it, because I'm using my hard-earned money to pay for that steak.
Joe isn't going to do that. He's going to put stuff on it.
No,
he's
he's
going to
not.
sneak garlic in the center, and then he's going to go, wasn't it a good steak?
And I'll taste it immediately, and I'll be like,
yeah,
throw his ass out.
yeah, because he does. He notices everything. He's not going to be able to do it.
They work for us. The job is to please us.
They think they're right.
Well, Joe knows me. I mean, just a chef in a restaurant. My first reaction is, you don't know me. We've never met. So how do you know what I like? In this case, Joe does know me. Well, Sallie, you have a very good point there. Whoa!
Told you. I told you. I'm not making
Don't
this
you
shit
even
up.
bother coming in if that steak. Don't if you don't have a steak with you, and if it has seasoning on it. If you don't have a steak, don't bother coming. But if you do have a steak and you have seasoning on it, don't bother coming.
He's going to lie to you and say there's no seasoning on it.
Maybe I'll let you in if you eat the steak on the way because it has seasoning and I won't eat it anyway. But you still have good French fries. Maybe I'll let you in then.
Like, people don't understand, like, the funniest thing for me is when you would make what would be, and I'm not talking about meatballs. I'm talking what you would make for a hamburger.
Okay.
So this is like the rest of us, they get the chopped meat, they, put it in a bowl, they mix some, seasoning. And I'm not even talking like sliced onions and stuff like that. I'm just talking about just like a little seasoning, right? And then you scoop it up and make your patties. This is Tony making his hamburgers for like the week. He gets the thing and he goes, and he puts it in that's it. Like, it's just chopped meat. He doesn't put anything else on it, but he just eats the chopped meat.
And if it's cooked right, you don't need to add anything to it. It comes out perfect the way it is. Oh, there's nothing better than a thick, juicy hamburger. Oh, see what you did? I'm going to All American for lunch.
We'll go home and have broccoli.
Dick. Oh.
What?
Okay.
What?
All right. Beansy says, I make the steak on how the customer wants it. The Swedish chef will give you a steak just how you like it. I aim to please and did it for 36 years, had no complaints. The funny thing is, I will be right next door from Gov's. Right. So it'll still be nice and hot as you walk it over. Steak on the grill. There you go. Oh, my God. Bork, bork, bork. The Swedish chef. Thank you, Andrew Fremder. Kirsten, what does Tony eat with his vegetables? Are they seasoned or plain?
Plain. Just
Plain.
steamed.
Steamed broccoli?
And
Plain?
he won't even eat it. Like, sometimes someone will throw in some, like, garlic or something, and he just can't do it. We have to ask for it just steamed.
I had corn on the cob the other night on the grill, which is fantastic. I had a carrot that night, too.
Good for you, baby.
That's right. Oh, Beansy bringing a steak with some steamed broccoli, French fries, you and Kirsten on the couch. That's a good day right there. When are we doing this?
Kirsten, I'm so sorry.
See, I can't even think straight right now. Give me a minute.
Stop it. You're just such a weirdo. Oh, my goodness.
Speaking of Netflix and movies.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Do you talk about what we saw?
What did we see?
Well, not on Netflix, but we saw in the movie. We went to the movies yesterday.
Oh, actually, that's not what I was going to talk about. But yeah, that's perfect. Let's do that first.
Okay.
We saw Thor yesterday. The new Thor movie.
New Thor, birth parents.
Oh my God, what a piece of shit! This movie sucked.
I love Thor.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Zach liked it. He actually got mad at us for saying that.
He really liked it a lot.
This movie, I think, might be the worst Marvel movie. Maybe no. I
Captain
take that
America.
back. Captain America is pretty
That's
bad.
the worst.
But this is definitely one of the top 5 worst Marvel movies. This
it
was
had
awful.
moments. I'm glad I saw it because I like to keep up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Captain Marvel where I'm like, I don't care what I learned. I just want to these last 2 hours.
And if it wasn't for Natalie Portman, I probably would have walked out.
Yeah, well, there were moments.
She's a tremendous actress and absolutely
is.
beautiful, so I could just look at her and enjoy her performance.
And a vegan.
And from Long Island.
Is she?
Yeah, Jericho.
Yeah. Because on the, I was reading about it because we were going to the movies, and he didn't eat any meat on the days that they had to make out. And he did that. And
Seriously?
Yeah, and she goes, that's so nice of you. He's like, I just want you to know that the
Smart
days
man.
that we have to have our kissing
I want
scenes.
Natalie Portman to enjoy the kissing scenes with me.
I'm not having any animal products. And she was like all touched. She was like, thank you.
All right,
It's
so
really
bring
nice.
it in, Hemsworth. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm happy I saw it because I want to keep up, and I like Thor. But it could have been so much better. It could have been better.
Could have been a lot better.
It could have been
This movie
better.
sucked.
It had some good scenes, but not many.
Awful.
Not many. There were a couple of times when I just leaned over. I'm like, does this movie suck or is it me?
Friend just says, I hate to say it, but Disney Marvel is starting to sell out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're selling out. Or
I think
they're
that's
just,
a good point.
I just think they're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, they got what, like 500 movies going.
Yeah.
Like, and now we're doing multiverses and people from the past and because they're out of
I was
ideas.
disappointed in the last Doctor Strange also. And Doctor
that was
Strange
bad,
is
too.
like one of my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that movie either.
No. I mean, I had a little bit more respect for the movie when I found out that when they were filming it, it was during COVID, and the actors and the crew couldn't be more than 6 feet next to each other, and
Right.
you wouldn't know. Like when you see it again, you're like, oh, that's why everyone's strategically placed. So they had a lot going on. So I give them a little bit of credit for that, to try to have that type of an undertaking to make that movie work. But it was a little off.
All right, but here's the good thing about all this. This is with Doctor Strange and now this, they're starting to decline.
Yeah.
But they're going to milk it. So we're probably talking in the next 5 years or so. Maybe it'll get so bad that they'll probably stop making movies for a few years.
What do you guys think is going to be like the next thing? Because
Well, let me finish.
20 years ago,
So
we weren't Marvel people.
by the time they decide to come back and start over again with new actors and start all over again because they need money, that'll be right around the time that Zach will be really kind of breaking in.
Oh, he can get a job.
So he'll be like, I mean, he's got his own plot line, like his whole universe already planned out. So, so this is when Zach will get in on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be cool.
That would be cool. I'd be happy for him because he loves this stuff.
Or he lives and breathes this stuff.
Yeah. But what do you think the next genre is that people are going to just keep going? Because the only reason they keep making them is because that's the only movie. Those are the only movies that people go out and pay the money to go into a theater and watch, or the Marvels. Because they're like, oh, I have to see that on the big screen.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought for a while it was going to be Rock Docs because the Queen movie did so well, but
Oh, yeah.
then the Elton John put out that piece of crap, and then I don't know, this Elvis movie doesn't seem to be
I wish really
making
good
a splash.
comedies would come out. I feel like we're just watching like a really good comedy. But, it's rare when you see a comedy that you just can't stop laughing in the theater. It's
That's
kind of
interesting.
rare.
Because in the 90s it was disaster films. You had Independence Day and Armageddon and all that.
Yeah, you're
garbage.
right.
Then Marvel took over
Yep.
for a long time.
Who was it? Was Iron Man the first one?
Iron Man was the first one.
I couldn't believe it. Like when I saw Iron Man, I was like, this is fantastic.
Well-
but Star Trek was before that, and Star Wars.
You could technically say that the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans were first. But they weren't officially part of the universe yet.
Iron Man was so much better than Spider-Man.
I love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. The first two. The last one was bad. My daughter saw Elvis and she loved it. Yeah, we haven't
seen it.
Elio went and saw it and
He
he loved
loved
it,
it.
and he's like begging us to go see it.
Oy.
Next movie will be T-Bone against Ribeye. I'm trying to think. Yeah, maybe it would be a comedy, or I
I hope so.
think mob movies are always in. But the last two
Sick
big
of
mob
them.
movies sucked. The Irishman and The Many Saints of Newark. Those two movies tanked.
I'm sick of them.
Come on,
I'm
stop
sick
it.
of them.
You're awful. You're an awful human being. Can't be sick of mob
people.
movies.
I am sick of them.
Because they're not Irish mob. If they were
Well,
Irish,
the
it'd be
Irishman-
better.
Was the Irish mob.
Well, true. Yeah, and it's so. Beans says, I like
You're
Elvis
you're
and Tom
half.
Hanks.
You're more than half Irish.
Okay, and I'm not knocking either one of them. You're the one who's knocking the mob movies. I'll take an
I'm
Irish mob
sick
movie.
of 'em.
What's the one? Boondock Saints. Oh my God, what a great movie! It's a little hard to get through because it's graphic, but oh my God, it's a great movie. Did you ever see that?
No, I never even heard of it.
Boondock Saints. It's about two guys, these brothers that are in the Irish mob.
Oh, really?
It's a great.
Who are the
movie.
two guys?
You know what? I don't even know.
Oh, wow,
I
really?
think they're famous in Ireland. They're not famous
Do
here.
you think it's on
only-
Netflix?
Oh, it probably is. William Dafoe
Write
is
it
in
down.
William Dafoe is in it. He was probably the only that I remember anyway.
Famous guy.
Yeah, that I can remember. There might be others, but I'm just not remembering that right now. But yeah, Beansy's saying he can't stand Tom Hanks, and Kirsten wants to know in that movie or just in general. I think we talked about this with him once, and I think it's in general. He
Sometimes you
just
can't
does not
help. Like,
Tom
I'm
Hanks.
surprised at people that you don't like.
Yeah, but everybody likes Tom Hanks. I mean,
everyone
that-
everyone likes Tom Hanks.
that's like that's almost being communist to not like Tom Hanks. In general, he came into my restaurant to try to sell me a box of chocolate. You would think Fremder wrote that. Fremder wrote, I can't wait for the movie Constipation to come out. No steak for you, Fremder. It's all mine. I thought my wife would want to see Thor with me because she wanted to feel like a superhero. But she really just wanted to feel what Chris Hemsworth feels like.
Just stop reading Fremder. Stop it.
Yeah, I want to go see Elvis. I want to go see it. We saw, what's that play? The $1 Million Quartet. When that was great.
Yeah.
That was a good show. But what I was going to mention, speaking of movies, guess whose trial started in the United Kingdom? Which I was surprised because it's kind of like old news.
But it's a movie? Why are
Actually,
you putting the two together?
no,
Why are
it's
you
a-
putting a
it's a-
trial and a movie?
Because it's a movie star.
Oh.
Actually, the trial didn't even start yet. They just had a court date to set the date for the trial. Multiple sexual assault allegation trial is set to begin on June 6, 2023 for Kevin Spacey.
Wow, that's how long ago did all that stuff happen?
Right.
Why was it put off for so long?
I don't know. The two-time Oscar winner, 62 years old, appeared in London's court on Thursday morning. Today.
Why is he in England?
Well, because these are England charges against him. These are UK charges against. He's in trouble here too, but I guess they're doing it in England first. For the first time today, he pled not guilty to all 5 charges against him. He's to remain on unconditional bail until the trial next year.
I thought it happened already in America.
Did it?
Yeah, and then
What did he do? Settle?
he settled because it was something like it was this one bartender that had the biggest case because he had phone messages on his phone.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that.
And then all of a sudden it was settled and the kid couldn't find the phone. So he got like totally like, I'll give you $10 million if you flush your phone.
Yep.
So I think that happened already in
You're
America.
right. So it's already done here, but yeah, he basically paid the guy off to shut up.
Yeah, I wonder how that works in England.
In England, it seems to be different though because, all right. So first off, he's on unconditional bail, which allows him to move freely in and out of the UK. He pled guilty to all the charges. Not guilty to all the charges. 4 counts of sexual assault against 3 men dating back to 2005, along with 1 count of causing a person
20 years ago.
Along with 1 count of causing a person to engage in penetrative sex.
Would that be rape?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Or in Andy Bujanos' case, it would be consensual. The actor
Strenuously.
Denies any and all criminality in this case, which I found that to be interesting.
Yeah.
So June 6th of next year.
All right.
So this time next year we'll be talking about Kevin.
Yeah,
Spacey
a whole other year.
Yep.
Wow.
But then talking about good movies and good shows. We never talked about Saul. Better Call Saul. The second.
We did, didn't we?
Did we? I don't think we did.
Yeah, because we were talking about how you and Zach think Kimmy just runs away because she can't take the life anymore.
Yeah, I think that was a conversation we had at home.
No,
we talked about it here on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got more to say, though.
No. And what's good about the Marvel Universe, in the Marvel Universe, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are returning. They're going to be on the show Echo. Charlie Cox,
Who's
played,
Charlie Cox?
Daredevil.
Oh, really?
Daredevil had a brief cameo in the last Spider-Man movie, but now it's confirmed him and Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Wilson Fisk. Daredevil, in my opinion, the best.
Yeah.
Definitely the best series, but it might be my favorite thing overall in this whole Marvel universe. I thought that show was fantastic.
Yeah, me
and
too.
Charlie Cox.
I watched it twice, right?
We didn't watch the whole series.
We didn't?
No, the second time. We watched it when it was on, the whole thing. But Charlie Cox, I've seen him in other things. I've always enjoyed his acting.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio was fantastic about it. We did talk about it, says Andy. All right, thanks. Just don't talk about Bruno, says Ken Pichelle.
And Charlie Cox was in that Irish mob thing that we watched. We watched a lot of mob stuff.
Oh, yeah, and that was good.
It is
well,
good.
The ending
all
sucked,
of it's good, except for Godfather 3. All of it's good. It's just too much.
Sick of it.
I'm sick of it.
In Massachusetts, we watch movies about animals and flowers.
We do.
And everybody walks the streets happy. We all hold hands.
We do. We don't have to worry about being whacked all the time. I come back to Long Island. Everything is about death.
When was the last time you saw somebody get? We don't have to worry about getting whacked.
No, I'm just saying, everyone here is really into cop shows and mob shows. There's more things out there, people.
The Sopranos was a worldwide hit. It's not a New York thing. Brian Festa. Hey, Brian Festa.
Hey, Brian Fester.
I think you should bring back Thursday Nights with Tony. Wow, where did that come from? Why?
I loved that show.
Well, I liked it when it was Tuesday nights because it just sounded better.
Thursday Night with Tony.
Thursday Night with Tony.
Yeah.
Thursday Nights with Anthony.
Yeah.
Because you have Tuesday night. Really? I did love that show too.
Yeah.
But it's basically the same thing we're doing here. It's just 4 days a week, and you get more sick of me. But everything we do with the guests is basically the same thing we were doing on that show.
I can honestly tell you that I never get sick of you.
Well, because you like my penis. But these guys I get sick of me. In September's and October's, when we're in here and I'm at White Post talking all day with announcements on the microphone.
Yeah, your throat is
I'm sick of me during that time. I'm like, can I please stop talking?
Yeah.
Please?
Because you're actually a quiet person.
Yeah, you think?
Oh, yeah. I think Sam really brought that up when you guys moved in. He was like, I just didn't know Tony was so quiet.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You are. You're a lot more quiet at home.
And Danny Coronado is watching. Good morning, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Hope you're well. So, yeah, thanks, Brian. I appreciate you saying that, though. I did enjoy that show. And that's where we started doing trivia, too. We used to do trivia on there. And then we incorporated that here, too.
That's the thing that kills me every week.
Tuesday nights, man, there's other things going on here. You got Good Times, Bad Times with Joey Petroni. You got Hershey and the Keegs. Farmer Willie, says Ken Pichelle. That's right. Oh, that's only 2 months away. I can't believe it. I'm always amazed just how fast time goes, man. All right. Well, then other shows we have not talked about. Only Murders in the Building has returned.
Yes.
Only Murders in the Building has returned. If you
It's-
have not seen this show
It's as good as last
so far,
year.
And Brian says
Start
that's
from
how,
the beginning. It's great.
and that's how we met. That's right. We met Brian on Tuesday Night with Tony.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And it's good to hear from you, pal. Always good to hear from you. But yeah, Only Murders in the Building. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez, which Steve Martin and Martin Short, of course, they've done a lot together, and they're hilarious together. And then you're like, what? Selena Gomez? But
She's great.
she is. She's very good on this show.
Yeah.
Hilarious show. Smartly done. I mean, Steve Martin, I think, has written most of it. He created it. Steve Martin is a genius.
And
He is a
who else
freaking
is on
genius.
it? Who's the guy that we were like laughing so hard at? The guy in the birdcage.
Oh, Nathan Lane is in it.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a regular. He's on there occasionally.
But when he is on, it's so
yeah.
funny.
Well, he's always been great. I saw him on Broadway once. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, and he was tremendous in that. I've always been a big fan of his too.
Yeah, me too.
Amy Schumer has been on it this.
Yeah,
this
she's
season.
got like a reoccurring role.
Yeah. It's just a great show. It really is a great show. So go check that out. Season 2 just started. They're only, I think, 3 or 4 episodes in.
Yeah,
of
start from the
second
beginning
season.
and para watch it.
Jeff Bosey says, "Mwah." Ken
Jeff.
Pichel says they love Only Murders in the Building. See, now there you go. If Ken Pichel likes it, that means you're going to like it. I can see Ken Pichel liking that because it's very smartly written.
Yeah.
And,
It is.
and very funny. Steve Martin is just. I don't know if I've ever seen anything I didn't like of Steve Martin's.
No.
There was one movie, Grand Canyon. I wasn't a big fan of that movie. Did you ever see that? It's with Steve Martin and Kevin Kline, and it's almost
Steve
like
Martin's in that?
yeah, it's kind of like a
I saw it like a couple times. What role is he?
I don't know, he's one of the main people.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember him in that
Yeah,
movie.
it was like an 80s movie, so his hair was more like, he has more hair, he has a beard. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan
I
of that
love the movie.
What's the other movie? The Big Chill. That's how I always saw the Grand Canyon was almost like a Big Chill wannabe. I don't know, maybe I'll watch it again with you. I was only like, I don't know, late teens, early 20s when I saw it.
No, you'll like it.
was
Because
like,
you know what? It's about people in their 30s and 40s.
I don't-
And the lady in it, who's fantastic. I love her. She's
Yeah.
one of my favorite actresses.
I don't remember who that is.
The lady in Sneakers.
Oh, I love that movie, Sneakers. McDowell or something?
Yeah, she's Klein's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Let's write that down.
Okay. I remember
Grand Canyon.
I remember Steve Martin had a scene in there. I don't remember why, but I remember there's a scene where he's like in a parking lot or something. All of a sudden he's on the ground and he's throwing up.
Oh, really?
That I don't
remember him
you
in
don't
this
remember
movie,
that
but
didn't ring your
I
jog
haven't seen it in a few decades either, but I really like the movie. I'm surprised you didn't like it. Yeah, we have this. I keep having him write this down because we've got this just this loosely piece of paper on the wall in our living room, like scotch taped up, that if anyone has a movie that they're like, oh, we should watch this, they just, write on this piece of paper and then we cross it off as we watch it.
Yeah, Grand Canyon, right? That's it.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah,
that's Steve
there he
Martin.
is.
Yeah. Oh, Alfred, what's her name?
Yeah.
Woodard Alfred. Oh, Danny Glover's in it. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
Danny. Yeah, he's one of the main people.
And then what's her name? She was on The West Wing.
Oh,
I forget her name.
she was in Weeds, right?
Yeah.
She's a smaller role, but enough that
Kevin Kline is one of my favorites.
me too.
And then, of course, he's in this with Danny Glover.
He's the main character.
Right. And then they were in that, what's that Western they did together? Silverado. Silverado?
Was that good?
Oh, Silverado is fantastic. It's Kevin Kline, Danny Glover, Scott Glenn. It was the first movie I ever saw Kevin Costner in, and one of my favorite roles of his. Because I'm not a big fan of Kevin Costner. I don't think he's a great actor.
I think he's a dick in real
He
life
was
too.
great. He was great in that movie. There's other people in it too.
Is this something I'd like? Because it's a Western.
Maybe. I don't know. Beansy says, I like you guys. Happy 3 years knowing each other. What?
Oh, do we have an anniversary
like an
with
anniversary?
Beansy today?
Really?
Happy anniversary, Beansy.
How did you figure this out?
His wife or mother-in-law told him
Could be.
as they fed him.
Ken Pichelle points out that there's an F-bomb once in a while in Only Murders in the Building.
And once in a while,
Lately, it's been a lot.
like the
Nathan Lane scene had a lot of F-bombs.
had like a 10-minute like rant, and I think every third word was so funny. I was like, I need to hear this again.
Fremder, I think the lady in sneakers is related to the old lady that lives in the
Did
shoe.
I tell you to stop? Stop.
Oh, excuse me. Did I tell you?
Stop it.
Oh, you don't like Kevin. Why not? Don't compare Kevin to Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is America's actor. He's, everybody loves
Yeah.
him. Kevin Costner, a lot
Kevin
of people
Costner's a
don't
little
like
bit of
him.
a dick.
He started out great. Silverado, Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, great in those movies. And then I think his ego got to him because then from there it was down. Oh, all right. In The Untouchables, he was good.
Big ego.
And it went, that freaking Robin Hood movie was awful and he was awful in it. The Bodyguard blows chunks.
I love that movie.
Oh, stop it.
I love that movie.
And he sucked in it. Then what was that one?
Don't make me sing.
Waterworld?
Oh yeah, that
The
was
Postman?
bad.
I mean, he made some bad freaking movies. The one he made with Clint Eastwood was good, and he was pretty good in that.
Dances with
Dances with Wolves was a big hit. But
I liked it, and she's in that too, right?
who?
The
The girl from Sneakers?
yeah,
Oh, is she? Yeah.
she's
I
the
don't remember.
yeah, she has a big role in that.
Oh, Beansy says he has it in his calendar. What? So it was 3 years ago today was the first time you watched this show?
Nice, happy anniversary.
And I forget. How did he find us?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I know he's told us in the past, but I've already forgotten. Holy crap! It's 12:31.
Oh, we gotta go.
I'll have to tell Sallie twice. So, hey, it's Thursday. What's on tonight? Anything?
Nope.
Nope. Are you here tomorrow?
No.
Me and Andy will be with you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. I don't know. We were trying to get Mark Riccadonna on the show tomorrow.
He's not answering you.
He said something about having a meeting in the afternoon, so he wasn't sure if he was able to do this. And then I haven't heard from him, so I don't know if he's coming. Doesn't look like it as of now, but if anything changes, we'll let you know. But at least you'll have me and Andy tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then there is a Green Room show this weekend. Sallie and I will be in here. Don,
But if Don isn't there,
Don, I don't think
you
will be
just
here.
want to come and yell at TJ
true.
Maxx, whatever his name
TJ
is.
Maxx. Well, I think we should set up a Zoom because Don is actually going to the brokerage to see Mark Riccadonna.
Oh.
So we should set up a Zoom so that like maybe Don can talk to us.
Yeah,
He can
Don's wife's going to love that.
call in whenever.
We finally get a night out.
Is she going with him?
I don't know. I would assume that she would.
I don't know.
Why would
But
she?
I think we should. I think we should set up a Zoom with Don for a Saturday show. So we'll see you tomorrow. Sallie will be back here with me Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow at 11. See ya.